There is. You would take evidence. All you would have to do is show me a poodle from the Permian. Show me an elephant below a trillium. Show me.
I can show
there
you
are so many things that you can do.
Cretaceous rock.
No, you can show me what? I'm sorry.
I believe a human hand was found in Cretaceous rock. I can find you a picture.
If you're talking about the Biloxi tracks or anything like that, those have all literally no geologists. Well, then I would love to see that because, quite frankly, every single piece of evidence, every single time that the human dinosaur footprints are side by side and they've actually been examined, it's comically not true.
It's comically not true. That's why it's comically not true. It's comically not true because the people doing the interpretation are like yourself.
No, it's comically not true because humans don't have 6 fingers or humans don't have something very obvious.
That's actually hilarious that you mentioned that. Did you know the Bible mentions 6-toed and 6-fingered people?
And that actually is the dominant trait, by the way. But yes, that is correct. But that
isn't that strange? So the Bible told us about these 6-fingered individuals. I believe you're referring to the Nephilim at this point. So the Bible said
no,
that
I'm not.
Oh well,
it's a dominant trait. It's called belly. There are people that exist with 6 fingers. That's okay. And they existed in the time of the Bible. So the fact that that's not a prediction. People saw them and then said there are people with 6 fingers. That's not a prediction.
But you said humans don't have 6 toes, 6 fingers. So when you find a human track with 6 toes and 6 fingers next to a dinosaur, that's not a human?
I was giving you an example of something that's blatantly not human when you actually take more than just a quick glance at it.
And 6 toes in some cases.
It was an example. It was a poor example. I'm sorry. Let's say, for example, then a human that puts all of their weight on their toes instead of on the heel of their foot. Well, let's use that example instead.
Yeah, with an evolutionary bias, and that's why it's being misinterpreted and said it's silly when it's actually no.
Let me come in on that. Let's just take an observation. This idea of the same data, a different explanation. And in your case, you're happy to have a metaphysical causation for a natural phenomenon. Yes?
Yes.
So when you have an observation that objects fall. Right? Yep. Why don't you say, well, I have a metaphysical explanation for that. It's called intelligent falling. And every object that falls, the way they accelerate at a constant rate, is clearly evidence of an intelligent mind. And therefore, intelligent falling is the only way to explain. And it explains everything. It explains every falling object. Why do you reject that as an explanation?
I don't reject that as an explanation.
You don't reject intelligent falling?
No, because the Bible says that God is the one who created these laws, and if it were do the laws of nature.
No.
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is this coming through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If it were not for an intelligent mind running the universe in an intelligent way, these why aren't the laws changing? What's keeping them stable? The only reason you can do science is because an intelligent mind is keeping it in order.
Apart from when it doesn't, of course.
What I'm saying is this, that the laws of nature are artificial. They're created, which means they can also be suspended and violated. That's why miracles are possible.
So you do believe in intelligent falling, that it's not a naturalistic law, it's supernaturally maintained.
Yes, I believe that the laws of nature are supernaturally maintained. Yes, I do.
And what is the utility of that statement? What does that actually get you? Let me make another proposal. Another metaphysical causation for a supernatural. I'm going to invent something called the ultranatural, which functions outside of the supernatural, and that's your God is a supernatural phenomenon that was created by the ultranatural.
No, that would violate.
It explains your God, right? Your God, functions with logic and the such like. Something had to create those rules, and that was the ultranatural. What I'm doing here is called the shell game. It's basically you're putting.
No, you're actually just committing a logical fallacy. You're not playing the shell.
Sorry.
You're actually just violating a simple attribute of God, which is His eternal nature.
Yeah, but those laws of God had to be created by something.
No, because God is eternal.
No. But something had to create eternity. I mean, it's the shell game.
Because eternity, by definition, is is always existed. It's eternal.
But some cats create definition. Every time you use a word to explain something, I can just put an extra tier outside that and say that's what created these definitions.
Now you sound like Immanuel Kant, and frankly, he's a much better philosopher than you.
A pointless shell game.
It's not a shell game.
Your explanation has no utility whatsoever. It's just an explanation that fits everything. Like saying that.
Can I interrupt with some science real quick? Just whenever you guys are done real quick, I have a really good...
But, okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but it was about the Cretaceous hand bones that you were talking about with the human beings. Perfect example. I was looking it up real fast, and I'm glad that you brought it up, because this is, again, the perfect example of this is why, why don't all the Asian people fall off the bottom of the earth if it's round? The hand, yeah, I'm looking at the fossil right now. If you go to, and I suggest that you do this, it's paleo.cc/fossils/hands.htm, but and I'll post a link later. But it shows the actual fossils, and from far away, yes, that does look like a human hand. But when you actually go and you count the number of bones, you see the way that they articulate, you see what they are attached to, you see their proportions, you measure them. It's a freaking turtle's hand. And it's obvious if you actually sit there and look at, and this gives a detailed explanation of the hand of a turtle versus the hand of a human being, and then it shows the fossils, it shows the diagrams. It's blatantly obvious, but from a far away, if you know nothing about anatomy, yeah, that does look like a human hand. However, when you realize that it has 10 extra, joints in the fingers, I mean, it's obvious that it's not. No, wrist bones aren't put together that way. And it was found, and there were turtle shell remnants found right next to the fossil. It's a turtle.
So this was found in Cretaceous rock?
Yes.
So turtles existed in the...
Yes.